I'm Robert Scott, the Executive Director of FaithWorks, and we're here at Francis Court to interview one of our recent graduates of the Transitional Housing Program. Melissa, welcome.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
And when did you graduate from Francis Court?
January 2007.
2007. So you've been out just about a year now. And you still got your housing?
Yes.
And you're still going to school?
Yes.
Okay. Melissa, you have a real compelling testimony of your story. Would you share that with us?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I can't believe I'm having a hard time doing this.
You'll be fine.
Before I moved into Francis Court, me and my husband were really bad into drugs. And we had 3 girls, and I was pregnant with my son. And we were still doing drugs, and we were from motel. We moved up here from Southern California to get away from drugs and ended up still in drugs. And we were going from motel to motel, living in motel, and we started going to church. I got introduced to God, and even though I felt God, even though I knew there was a God, I didn't really feel Him yet in me, you know. And I was driving with my mom one day, and I had just got done doing drugs, just got done getting high, and I started to feel pains in my stomach, and I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't realize what it was until every minute I had to keep going to the bathroom. So then I realized something's wrong. I'm going into labor, and I was so scared because I was so scared of losing my kids, because I love my kids more than anything in the world. And I got down on my knees, and I asked God, just please, just let everything be okay, and please don't take my babies from me. And that I'm sorry for telling him, because I had recently told him that the only way I was going to quit doing drugs is if he threatened to take my kids away from me. So big mistake, because that's what was good. That's what could have happened. And I went to Mercy Hospital, which is right above Francis Court, and my room actually looked right out towards Francis Court. And me and Mike were really scared. We were waiting for the CPS worker to come in and talk to us about if he was going to take our kid or not. And I remember looking out the window and watching these places be built. Well, actually, I think they were just getting done. And just looking at Mike and telling him it would be so nice to just everything be, just have a place for our kids to live. And I told him I would like to live there, And I ended up getting to keep my son and my kids, and I had to volunteer to go into a drug program. So I went into a drug program, and at the program they were talking about Francis Court, and at this time we were living in the car with the kids. So we had all 4 kids, and and we were living in a car. And I remember pulling up here with the kids and talking to Monique and you, and you guys showed me the apartment, and I got happy because I was like, well, maybe I'll get in, because they showed me the apartment and you guys explained everything to me, the rules and stuff, and you told me to come back for an interview, and you interviewed me and my husband, and you guys let us live here, and that was like life-changing for us to have a place for our kids, because we hadn't had our own house ever. Since my first kid was born, we hadn't had nowhere to live. So 4 kids later and still homeless, and it was just a blessing. It still makes me cry, even though it's been so long. It's just because it changed my whole life. And living here, just everything that you guys done for us, it showed me how to be a better mom, how to be more responsible, how to I grew up. I turned into an adult. I was still a kid, and I turned into an adult here. I take care of things. I pay my bills. I do all that stuff, and I'm so proud of myself when I do those things. And I really owe it all to Francis Court and God, and God, and God, because He put me in that path to go. You know, He directed me every step of the way and told me this is where you're gonna go and this is how it's gonna be, and He's still doing it. So,
Praise God.
amen.
Oh, well, when you were about 6 months into the program, you and I had a discussion about what? Going to school?
Oh yeah, because I had just graduated from Trinity House.
Yeah, you just finished Trinity
And I told you
House.
I wanted to go to school.
And you said you wanted to go to school, but you didn't know how. And I says, well, you can do it.
Yes, you did.
I
You gave me
encourage
a lot
you
of
to-
encouragement. Yeah.
And so, whereabouts are you at in your program now?
I'm about 20 units shy of my AA
Uh-huh. And you're going to get your AA and what you're going to major in?
in psychology and behavioral science.
Okay. And what's your eventual goal that you want to do?
I want to work with teenagers. I want to counsel them. I mean, I would really love to just be able to I mean, I can still do it. I'm still young. I want to be a psychiatrist for them, you know, but
Mm-hmm.
to start off with, I want to work with our old pastors at a group home
Mm-hmm.
with them. So I want to work around teenagers only because I know what it's like to be one and feel alone in the world.
Well, I'm sure you'll be a blessing to them.
Thank you.
So, how would you recommend this program to other people that?
Of course, I always I'm always coming here asking Monique if she's got openings, or you know, because of someone I know or someone I've seen that may need help, and I'm always bugging her. You got an opening? You got an opening? I'll be like, let me just get an application so we're there. We're on the list. So, yeah, it's a great program. When we moved in, and that. The whole apartment, everything. We even had a pizza. Monique even had a pizza in there.
Yeah.
It was great because we didn't have no food for dinner, but we had a house, so it was okay.
Well, that's one of the things we always ask: do you have food when you move in? We knew you were coming out of a car, so we said we gotta make sure we feed you.
Yeah, there was a pizza. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
So that's a very touching story, Melissa. And you and Mike had gotten married just before you moved in?
I believe that's the reason why God gave us a place to live. Because even though we were doing everything by His way, I don't think that we were doing everything, Then that's what me and Mike said. We said, look we're not married, so there's one thing that's left out. And I bet you once we do this, we'll have a place. And a week later, we had a place. Right after we got married, a week later.
That's why you impressed us. You came to the door and you say, we're homeless, but we're married. We just, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
I remember the two of you were sitting right here and you were both crying when we told you could come in.
Because we were just, we hadn't had our own place. Never. Ever since.
Never had.
Never had our own place. Ever. When we lived down south, we were in motels. And we were living from people's houses, and we bounced our poor kids around so much. It was just horrible.
And now you're taking good care of them and you're
Love my babies.
permanent, all your babies.
All 5 of my babies.
Yeah. So one big event happened while you were here. What was that?
I had another baby.
You had another baby. And we encouraged you that you could have a baby and still go to school.
And I did.
And you did. So
I didn't want to, but you guys pushed me towards it, and I'm glad you did.
Yeah, so, okay. Anything else you'd like to tell the audience about your experiences here?
Just that I've never seen a program like this, and it's an awesome program, and I'm so blessed for this program.
Well, thank you, Melissa.